Hi there! So October is finally over. Now for most people I'm sure October is just, you know, the lead up to Halloween, but for artists it's Inktober. So if you don't know what Inktober is, go to www.inktober.com. It was an initiative made up by Jake Parker, and to be honest all it is really is just an artist's commitment to inking, drawing with ink. It's just about learning to ink more, practice more and drawing more. So I found out about it on like the 1st of October, so I didn't have much time to organise myself. I didn't know what to draw, I didn't know what my plan was going to be for the next 31 days. So I wasn't sure whether I was going to do it daily or, or weekly or what. And so I did finally decide on doing daily drawings because I've never really done a whole lot of drawings in ink before at all. In fact, I don't think ever that I can think of. Just inking drawings is not really something that I've done a lot of. I usually work digitally a lot, so I thought this might be good to get me into more traditional art a lot more. Now the second thing for me, as well as learning how to ink, it was also about filming them for this channel. So that was another thing I had to organise. So I spent hours setting up a template and just organising myself to get prepared to do one video a day for 31 days. Now in hindsight I think that was a lot of work. Obviously it is, because I also do daily vlogs on another channel, so that's 2 videos a day for a month, and I work full time. Yeah, so that was kind of a bit stupid on my part, but I think doing the videos took away from me really exploring how inking could be improved, because I found myself just wanting to get it out of the way and done, rather than actually sitting down and exploring different ideas and different ways of inking. I mean, I did try different, you know, techniques, but I think I could have gone a lot further. So yeah, that's one thing I will think about for next year, whether I will do daily videos or maybe just compilations or something. I'm not sure. So that's something to think about. So I thought I'd just go through just some of the tools that I used, and then I'll show you the pictures at the end. Although this is at the start of a long playlist of 31 videos, so you can go through and watch all the drawings that I've done, and if you've been following along you would have seen them. I've been posting them to my social media channels and stuff, so... But anyway, here's a big close-up of all the different inking materials that I've been using. So for most of the drawings I did a sketch first, just in pencil. It wasn't anything special, it was just a pencil I picked up from the library actually. Don't recall going to a library anytime recently, so no idea where this pencil came from. So yeah, that's that. Now one of the pens that I wanted to use, which I didn't really use that much, was the Pentel Brush Pen. Now this one, I have done 2 reviews on my channel before. I've only picked this up recently, so I haven't had it that long. And my reviews on it weren't all that good, but after doing Inktober for a month and using it a bit more, I am a lot more convinced that this could be a really good tool to use. As you can see, it's just a black pen. Let me just zoom in. Got the Japanese writing there. I have no idea what that says, by the way. And on the other side it says Pentel Japan. And that's what the brush tip looks like. And it holds its shape fairly well, which is pretty good. Now one thing I did say in my Pentel Brush Pen reviews is that the ink doesn't flow very well. I think that was mainly just because I had only just put the cartridge in, so it does work fairly well. So I'm quite pleased with that. Now the second one I was using, which was similar to that one, is the Copic Brush Pen. That's the one. So, ooh, I'll give you a close-up of that. Now I really like this brush pen. It's fairly similar to the Pentel one, but it's got a smaller tip, as you can see there. So I quite liked using that very much. It just says that all on the tip. That's that. I believe it is refillable as well, so that's good. This is another one of the pens that I was using. It's not a brush pen, it is a 0.1, just a multi-liner, so you can see there it's just got a fine tip. And I really liked using this one, it was a good size. Another of the Copic Multiliners that I've got is this 0.031. If you can hear noise in the background, it's just my pet rabbit, by the way. So this one was fantastic. It is such a fine point. I mean, you can't even see that. I'm not even going to try. It is very, very, very fine. And I found it quite difficult to move it quite smoothly on the paper because it was so small. It was a little bit sharp. So, oops, I'm out of focus. Doesn't matter. I have another Copic Multiliner here. This one is not refillable. It's one of the ones that you throw away. It is a 0.3 brush tip point. Sorry, not brush tip, just point. So it's a good size as well. I would like to get more multiliners in different sizes, but those are the 3 that I've got from Copic, as well as the brush pen. Towards the end of October, this one I tended to use a lot more than the others. It's a 0.1 point, and you can see it's been sort of scratched off a lot, so I've had this for quite a while. This is a Letraset one, and I found it really, really nice to use. If I did quick strokes, they would fade out really small, which was really nice. So I could get a good blend of different, I don't know, different sized lines on it. So towards the end I used that Letraset one quite a lot. So those are the multi-liners I used. I also have a black Copic Ciao marker and a red one for the Ladybird. So I also used the black one for filling in some of the large black areas, and obviously the red was for the Ladybird. So the sketch pad I used wasn't anything amazing. It's this one. It's just a Windsor & Newton Cartridge A5 sketch pad. It was just something that I had in my drawer, so I thought, well, I'll just use that. The bad thing about this sketch pad is that the Copic marker would bleed through. Not the multi-liners, but the Ciao markers. So in order to keep sort of consistent throughout the month, I wanted to come up with a theme to do, so I thought flowers. It was fairly easy, and there's at least 31 flowers that I knew of that I could draw. So the first thing I did was set up all the folders on my computer for each flower. So I had 31 folders, and I chose what flowers to draw each day, just so I didn't have to think about it on the day, because I find thinking up stuff is just half the battle with drawing. Most of the time my imagination is blank and I'm like, what do I draw now? So I thought I'd stick with flowers, and my idea was to do a ladybird's garden, so there's a ladybird featuring on each flower. So now I'll take you through all the different pictures I did. So the first one is the rose. I don't like it, basically. And what's funny is the reason why I did the ladybird in the first place is because I messed up the middle of the rose, so that's the point of, yeah, that's why I put the ladybird in there. Oh, fun. Now for all of these drawings I did use photo references. I didn't use other people's drawings, I used photographs of actual flowers, so that's why they are not very perfect looking. Like, you'll find broken petals and crooked leaves and stuff. I figured it was a good exercise in being able to copy and draw things that I could see, rather than, again, relying on my imagination to come up with how I think a flower looks, which could have turned out quite disastrously. I'm sure one would eventually have turned out with a TARDIS on it. So the second one is a lily, and I don't know, I think I'm kind of happy with all of these, but I know that there's a point on each of them that just is not right, and I wish that I had have sort of fixed it before finishing the video and showing the picture. But all in all, I think they turned out okay. I tried different techniques. I used the very thin multiliner for shading, just in straight lines. I used dots. I like doing dots. Stippling was good fun. I also did a lot of cross hatching towards the end. I didn't do much at the start, I just sort of did the just line shading with the small multiliner at the start, but towards the end of the month I did start using cross hatching and different styles as well. I didn't really want to do realistic for all of them, but I didn't want to go too stylized. The thing I found most difficult is drawing a straight line. I find that my hands shake quite a lot, particularly with this Frangipani picture. I don't like it at all. I think I did a really bad job on that, and I was actually looking forward to drawing that one, so that was a bit of a shame. Another one which I think turned out terribly is the sunflower. I found that with lots and lots of petals I got incredibly bored, so I kind of rushed through it a lot. That was also one of the first few that I used with the brush pen, so I wasn't really quite, I don't know, I wasn't quite confident with it yet. So towards the end of the month, again this is all towards the end of the month, I did try to do straight inking instead of using the pencil first, so that was a bit of a frightening step, I suppose, a bit brave, but I think it sort of paid off okay. There were only 3 sort of occasions where I started, messed up, screwed the paper up and started again. Yeah, one of my favourite ones is the Protea. Protea flowers have been one of my favourites like forever. And another one that I was looking forward to was the Magnolia, and I decided to do it in a style that I saw on someone else's image just when I was researching flowers. So I sort of tried to emulate that style, and I don't know, I think it turned out really nice. I really like it. I also did the same on the Peony flower, which was the next day. Another one I was really looking forward to was the Dandelion. That was a little bit different, where I had the Ladybird flying away. The Scottish Thistle was a bit of a disaster. I know I kind of rushed that one, and when I was actually drawing the main body of the Thistle, I did say this when I was posting it to my social media, but yeah, it kind of looks like a hairy ball. So there's an image for you. I think the iris was a bit of a disappointment. I don't like what I did on the shading there, but at that point I was using the Letraset pen, the multiliner, so I was sort of trying long quick strokes on that, and that's why it came out like that. One of the other flowers I was really looking forward to was the Lotus. I had a couple of different ideas for that. I was going to do it really stylized, you know, the way you see the Lotus as a almost like a mandala, but I don't know, in the end I just used a normal photo reference of a lotus flower, and then just, I don't know, I think I kind of copped out on this one and just did another stippling effect, and I don't know, it turned out okay, but I think I could have done better on that. And my decision to do a rose for the second last one was to try to see how well I had progressed throughout the month. And I chose a better rose to draw, so I think in that sense it looks a lot better, but I'm not sure that I actually progressed much throughout the month, really. And last but not least, I wanted to end up with the Ladybird at the end because, well, that was the whole point of the month. It's the Ladybird's garden. So yeah, all in all, I really enjoyed doing Inktober this month, and I look forward to doing it next year. If anyone else watching this has taken part in Inktober, please link your channels below. I'd love to see if you've taken videos of it. If you've just taken photos and posted them on social media, please let me know. I'd love to see. So do stick around on my channel, have a look around. I've got lots more videos planned. I've got a Comic-Con haul coming up. I'm also going to do a workstation tour that's coming up. Let me think. I've got so many ideas. I've got so many videos coming up. I'm just not sure what I'm going to do next, so you'll have to wait. Now, I'm not going to be posting every day like I did in October, so I'm going to go back to a much more easily done weekly schedule. So that will probably be on Sundays, although I am thinking of moving my uploads to Wednesdays, so I don't know, just let me know what you think, whether that would be good. So yeah, thanks for watching. I really enjoyed Inktober this month. and I look forward to doing it next year. Thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and hit subscribe please. Also share and comment and let me know what you thought. Thanks very much and I'll see you next time. Bye. I hope I was in focus. Now one thing I said in my brush... Oh, shit. Now one thing I said in my Pentel Brush Pen... Oh, bloody hell. I'll get it in a minute. Now one thing I said in my Pentel Brush Pen... Oh my god. How many times am I gonna say 10? Oh man, this is fun.